going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, and today we're going to look at how to mine ironfish. So what is ironfish? Ironfish is actually currently in testnet and it's about to hit on mainnet. So we are very early here in 2 days at the time of recording. March 14th is day one of mainnet. So it's just entering into mainnet here very soon. Testnet is now completed and it looks like it's a privacy focused crypto coin. So abstract here is ironfish is a decentralized proof of work, and it does sound like it's a GPU mining proof of work based coin, censorship resistant and publicly accessible blockchain project. It is designed to support strong privacy guarantees on every transaction, similarly to how the invention of SSL/TLS layer in the 90s paved the way to e-commerce and benefited countless industries. We believe that privacy is a fundamental requirement to protect the user and expand the use of cryptocurrency. Here's a peek at the current emission schedule. Now, it does look like at 0 years after launch, so like right now, testnet type of phases, there's going to be 42 million coins in the total supply. So I know people before a certain date mining on the testnet were getting coins, and it's going to be airdrop later on, so that might be part of it. Right now it is too late to join that testnet, and like I said, it's about to hit mainnet here. Now after the launch, it looks like in the first year here the block reward will be 20 coins for a total emissions of 52,512,000 on this network. And then from 1 to 2 years, we're going to be at 19 coins. So it looks like it's dropping 1 coin every year to 62,498,400 coins will be here at the end of 2 years. And then in the third year, it's going to be dropped down to 18.125 with a total supply of 72,024,900 coins at this point. If we scroll down and kind of look at the algorithm, this does say ironfish currently uses Blake 3 hashing algorithm, but it is subject to change at any time, including at mainnet launch. Now, I haven't heard anything. Mainnet launch is coming, and it sounds like it's the same algo. And if you're unfamiliar with the Blake 3 algorithm, that is in fact the same algorithm that Alephium is currently using. So now we got to look in the how to mine process to see if this is something you want to get into. Now, there is no web wallet or anything yet. They are working on that, but step number one, we're going to need a wallet. And in order to do so, you're going to have to run your own node and use the CLI wallet. And you're going to have to run a node with node.js. So if you're unfamiliar with this program, I will have this link in the description. You have to scroll in, you'll come to here and download the Windows installer. All right, so all the instructions and the process we're going to run through is on their Discord. I'll also have this pasted in my Discord when I'm done with this video, so you can get the information there as well. But I did find out originally I wanted to run this on my little node box in Windows 11, but I was running into all sorts of issues. I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out, set scripts and permissions and all sorts of background stuff, and nothing would work. So I actually reverted to my 3900X Windows 10 PC, which I did get up and running. So we're going to start with the first step here, and this is simply install the node. Once you download that, just follow the command prompts. Very easy to do. It'll do everything for you. Once you get your node.js all ready to roll, you're probably going to have to reboot your system and then move on to this next step. So you're going to open up a new PowerShell window and type this in. So you're going to put npm space install space -g space ironfish at 0.1.70. This is the latest version, and that is the version you're going to need before Tuesday's mainnet release. Now, I expect there might be another update right at mainnet release, depending what they're doing. They're going to have to reset the blocks to 0 and all sorts of stuff. So, expect an update, but you never know. There still might not be. We'll see what happens. Anyway, in order to do that, you can see I can bring up my node right here. It is, running just fine. Scroll all the way up, and you can see I typed that in up top there where it says npm. Now coming down, you can see I did run into that script error. So I'm going to kind of show you how to fix that in Windows 10 if you run into that. I imagine you might. By default, it looks like it's an issue, but we'll see. So you're going to have to allow local PowerShell scripts. Click on this and come down to here. And this point right here, it was checked off, but it was still all blue writing, so it wasn't actually applied. So you're actually going to have to hit the apply button, and that just changes the policy to allow local PowerShell scripts to run without signing. So you're going to need to enable that. Once I did that, everything seemed to be fine. Next step here is moving on in the guide is typing in Ironfish start upgrade, but you are going to need the 2 dashes. So Ironfish space start space dash dash upgrade. It will then upgrade and install everything you just did with that latest version of the 0.1.70, and then it will begin running your node. And as you can see, we are now up and running our node. So next step, we get our actual wallet address. So now we're going to have to open up another PowerShell window and simply come into your search or whatever, type power, and it will pop up. Here we can see Windows PowerShell, right click. I don't know if you have to run it as an administrator, but I am running as an administrator, and it seems to be working for me so far. You know, it might work without it, but I'm just practiced to run everything as an administrator. So there are various ways to get your wallet address as well as backups and anything. And here you can see you can export your seed words by simply typing in Ironfish space wallet semicolon export space backslash mnemonic. So this will give you your seed phrase. You can also extract it here with export in your JSON command. And here you can actually Ironfish wallet export, and this will actually be a long string of your actual private keys. So there's 3 ways to do it. You know, maybe you want to get all 3 and use those for your backups. Highly recommended to at least get your seed phrase, which is this mnemonic one right here. So use either one you want or all 3, and make sure you save them for yourself. Okay, and now the final moment you've all been waiting for on finally getting your wallet address in order to mine to it. And this is the command you're going to need to put in. So we have Ironfish wallet semicolon address. There is a space in between Ironfish and wallet. You should be able to see that. And then you can see your public key. So this is the address right here, which you will mine to. So now finally we have our wallet that we're going to be using for our address to mine to. Now, when we head on over to Hero Miners, we can see that they actually have a testnet pool already set up within their pools. Now, as far as I'm aware, everything will remain exactly the same. And when mainnet hits, you don't have to do anything, and you'll just convert over to mainnet. So at the time of viewing this, if we're already on mainnet, this will just get you up and mining straight to mainnet. Now here it does say mainnet will be active 11 a.m. PDT on March 14th. Now I do see an update here on wherever it is. Where we got here? We got to go to Ironfish here. If we go to the Ironfish Discord, it says the Ironfish mainnet launch has been updated to 9 a.m. PDT. So it's actually a couple hours sooner now on Tuesday, March 14th. All right, so we finally have our wallet address to mine to. Now we need a miner. And for this, we're going to rock with RabidMiner. Now, we'll probably see updates for all the other miners because they do support Blake 3 with a lithium. As far as I'm aware right now, we do have to use RabidMiner. So I will have a link to this down in the description so you can download it when it comes to overclocking. I'm assuming because it's Blake 3, you can just go to hashrate.no, pick your GPU, and then just use the overclock settings there for the tweaking process. Once you have downloaded and extracted RabidMiner, just navigate to wherever you did extract that file. I like to keep all my stuff within the same thing. Here you can see Ironfish. I come into Ironfish. I also have LOL Miner in here because I do like using their GUI in order to do my overclocking. Now more on that in a minute. So navigate to RabidMiner here. I deleted all the other bat files because I keep everything separate for each coin that I do mine, just to make it easier to find. But find their start mining Ironfish bat file, right click, edit, and it'll bring up the parameters. Now the algorithm and everything is already here. The only things you really got to change is your pool and your wallet address. So right here, coming into Hero Miners, we'll go back. We're going to have to pick the closest stratum here, and I'm going to go with USA West. So I just copied this right here, right click, copy that, bring up our bat file, and just paste it in right here. Once you're done with that, you're going to have to navigate to your wallet. I did copy mine over. I like to keep all my wallet addresses together. Paste that in here, put a period, and then your worker name. And that's it. It is that easy to set up your RabidMiner bat file. Now let's just have a look at the overclocking. If I bring Afterburner up here, I'm going to go into LOL Miner and right click the GUI and run this as an administrator. You're going to want to run it as an admin in order to apply this. So we're going to click, click, click. I'm just going to run through some quick overclocks here. Remember, you can use hashrate.no or anything else, or if you already have overclocking for your GPUs for a Lithium, you can use that as well. So I'm just going to lock the memory here at 810. I'm going to go with a 200 offset on the core, and I'm locking my core to only 1200. Now, if I bring up my afterburner again, or if I can find the button right here, or just put that to the side, you can see when I hit the apply, it's going to adjust and lock it. My core is now at 1200 and my memory is locked at 810, and I do have that offset of 200. So once we're done with that, we're just going to minus this, go into our GPU here, go back into IronFish. I'm going to go to SRBMiner, and we're going to run our bat file. It will now begin mining IronFish to hero miners. All right, so it hasn't been running for very long. You can kind of see here less than a minute, 40 seconds or so, somewhere in there, but we're already detected at the pool, and we've already earned like 16 iron. Now, I did try this earlier to make sure it was working, and it was, so I didn't quite earn 16 in like 1 second, and we are still currently on the test net. So just keep these things in mind, and depending when you're seeing this video, we will be live on the mainnet on March 14th. Now let's move over to HiveOS and show you how to set that up. All right, so now we are in HiveOS, and first step here, we are gonna have to add our wallet within HiveOS. So I'm gonna click on add wallet, pick our coin. Now I don't think it's in here yet. Let's just see what iron. So yeah, it is actually in here. So IronFish is in HiveOS by default. I was not aware of that, but now we know. So we're gonna click on iron. We're gonna paste in our wallet address and then our worker name or our wallet name. I'm just going to go with iron, I guess. Why not? You know, I'm not very creative. Hit the create button, and our IronFish wallet is now created. So it's a pretty simple process here. If you've ever set up any flight sheet in HiveOS, we want to select our coin. We'll click on this, type in iron. It should pop up. There we go. Iron showed up. This is what we did name our wallet. As for pool, they don't have anything here yet, so we will have to do that manually. And then we're going to select SRBMiner multi, and we're going to name this whatever we want. So I don't know. I guess I'm just going to go with IronFish. IronFish Hero Miners. That works. I spelled that wrong. There we go. IronFish Hero Miners. So now we're going to go to our setup wallet config. It already says Blake_IronFish, so it knows what's going on. We're going to pick our wallet. I always like to go here. I have issues with SRBMiner putting the worker name over here, so I'm not going to do that, but I am going to click on that and then simply cut this and paste it back over here. And then we need our pool and server. So that's a really simple process. We're going to go back into Hero Miners, choose the closest stratum for you. So I'm going to go with USA West. That is closer for me. Copy that stratum, come back in, paste that in there. You can leave the password out. Now you can also do some overclocking settings if you wish. So we're going to want to disable our CPU and everything that we did have in Windows. And you can also add your overclocking parameters within SRBMiner as well. So I'm just going to run through that right quick and then show you what I got. So for my commands, you can see I have disable CPU. I am locking my core at 1200. I got my memory clock locked at 810, and then I got the GPU offset at 200. So I'm going to apply those changes and simply create this flight sheet. There we go. It is all created. I don't know why I have that updated there. So we have our created flight sheet. We're going to scroll up, actually go into our worker here, pick OCTOMINER 2, and then we're going to enable this flight sheet and take some IronFish to the moon. So we're going to click that, and now we should begin mining on this. Now, looking at HiveOS, it seems like we are up and running and hashing away. But upon further investigation, SSHing into your rig, depending when you did upgrade HiveOS last, you may not have the latest SRBMiner. So here you can see GPU results and validation failed. That means you're actually finding a ton of rejected shares because you're on an older version of SRBMiner. So if you go back into here, you can see the script to actually update to the latest version, or you can run a custom miner as well until HiveOS actually does implement their update on their own. So I'm going to come into the command line here. We're going to paste in our script. We're going to run that. Let it do its thing. And then when we come back, we should be on the latest version and finding valid shares. Now, coming back in, you can see we are now finding green shares, not red shares. We're winning now. Awesome. Let's go mine ourselves some iron, boys. Double check just to make sure everything is detected at the pool. I do have my workstation turned off, but we can see OCTOMINER 2 is now detected and we are hashing away. Current estimated daily earnings 12.3, weekly 86. You know, these numbers don't matter right now. It's testnet and soon to hit mainnet. So I do hope this video did help you guys out. Any questions at all, be sure to join the Discord, join Hero Miners Discord, ask in the comment section below. I will see you on the next one. Rabid out.